All right, we're here previewing the Dockerty Cup Final here between Heidelberg United and South Melbourne. Now I'm joined here by the two senior head coaches, Sinisa Cohadzic and John Anastasiadis. Welcome, guys, ahead of the big game.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll start with you, Sinisa. I mean, you've been in the job now for a few months. It's been an incredible journey, especially through the Cup. A lot of tight games, penalties, extra time. Take us a little bit through that Cup journey.
Yeah, I mean, I was lucky to come in a good dressing room, good culture, and resilient group of boys. And ultimately, they had to deal with many changes in that point of time. And I was lucky that the group of boys, they were adaptable to those changes and they're perfectly executed it at the moment. So it's going well. It's going very well.
How do you reflect on some of those tight games? I mean, it could have gone either way. Your first game, particularly against Bentley, and then you look at the penalty shootout against Dandy City. There's been some real tight fixtures along there, but tremendous adversity. Well, facing tremendous adversity, still being able to come out the other side and win.
Yeah, well, as I said, the boys are a resilient group of boys, and they've been through tough games during the past seasons, and it's reflected in their attitude and the way they fight and the way they go about it. So all those games in the past have given them good backing to do well and to obviously win those games, tight games that are going to penalties or to extra time. So.
And Johnny, for yourself, I mean, you know, maybe not the same sort of thrilling games, but you've had to obviously get the job done regardless and find yourself here in the final. I guess take us through Heidelberg's Cup run.
Yeah, look, every game's hard, no matter if you play a thrilling game or not a thrilling game. So you have to be your best because they're, as you know, they're one-off games. So you lose it, you're out. So the boys know what was at stake, and you know we just played our game, and you know we're lucky enough to win those games and do well and get through now to the final.
How do you reflect on this season, John? I mean, you know, the last couple of months, or really 4 months, have just been this incredible run that you guys are on at the moment. I mean, what do you put that down to? Take us through, I guess, the last 20-odd games.
Yeah, look, it's a good question. I don't know. Sometimes you don't. I don't sort of look forward or look ahead a lot of times. Just look for week by week, and like you said, 4 months went quickly, and all of a sudden you're sort of seeing yourself at the top of the ladder, and in the final of a cup, and then also in the 16 of the Hahn FA Cup. So I don't know. The boys just had this really good attitude from the start of the season that they wanted to achieve something this year. So you know we've kept on going. We've trained well, trained hard every session. Haven't had no one whinging. Pre-season was 5 or 6 times a week, and then during the season 3 or 4 times a week plus the game. So we and there was never been a person or a player said that he doesn't want to do it. They all wanted to be part of it, and I've been lucky enough to have, you know, like Sinisa has a great group of boys. I've got a fantastic group of boys, and I've been now this is my second year with them, and we've got a great culture in the dressing room, led by fantastic leaders, you know, and you know they sort of get the job done. Simple as that. You know, they turn up for training every time, do the training, and then look forward to the games on the weekends. And their attitude's been second to none. And with that, you get success. And at the moment, I know we haven't achieved in terms of silverware, but where we are and where we're headed at the moment, you know, I'm hoping that the boys get their reward for it.
This is a question, I guess, for the both of you guys. I mean, this stage of the year, the fixtures come thick and fast, still being in the national stages of the Australia Cup, and then having the Cup Final and league football. How do you, I guess, you balance that with having your squads and having to rotate and everything like that? Start with that, you, Sinisa. I mean, this stage of the year, I guess, yeah, take us into sort of the inner sanctum with that.
Yeah, well, you know, as you've probably seen, against Heidelberg, we had a couple of players out, rested them, and obviously we now are trying to get our form right for that game on the 9th of August, because obviously in the league we probably won't get there in the top 6, so we got them now liberty of making sure that we get the players right for that day, and ultimately we're preparing for that. For us, it's probably a historic day. It's a chance to win that historic 10th Dockerty Cup and go in history. So it's something for them to play for, and we got to make sure that we have players right, 100% right for that day.
For you, Johnny, as well, I guess finding that balance between, you know, managing the players, making sure, you know, no one's getting injured at this stage of the year and keeping the squad fresh.
Yeah, look, I mean, when you assemble the squad at the start of the year, you sort of say to yourself, you know, how many players you need to actually get through a season like this season is. So, you know, we assembled 20 good players and 2 or 3 young boys through the 23s and the 20s who've been training with us. So you know, I've been lucky enough not to have any like injuries where, you know, I've had to, players had to come in for that reason. But what we've been in a good position where we've had to rest some players in certain games. Against the Western Bears, we rested our front three, right? So, which was good, and, you know, they played good, significant amount of minutes against Western Bears, and then against South Melbourne, I had the luxury to put the other three in, you know. So it has been a balancing act, no doubt, throughout this campaign. But you know, we've come through unscathed, bar one player. So you know, it's one of those things where you hope you sort of get through it, and at the moment we're doing okay, so I don't want to put anything else on it. We'll just let it be.
And Sinisa, I mean, there was one thing you mentioned a few weeks ago on South Melbourne socials after you beat Avondale, where you said you wanted to win back the respect of the football community after a tough year. I mean, South in this last couple of months have been playing much better football, you know, winning games and everything. Take us through, I guess, that importance of winning the respect back, getting the results, and showing that South is still here to play.
Yeah, well, from the time that myself, Sam, and the coaching staff had come in 7 or 8 weeks ago, it was about every game from then on was a grand final for us. So ultimately we had to prepare in detail, and making sure that what we wanted to bring is just not to win games, but the way we win games, and that's something that players had to deal with. And it wasn't easy in the beginning. It took about 2-3 weeks until obviously players got a grasp of it, and what they need to, how they need to apply themselves, and what they need to understand the complexity of the principles of the way we want to play. But I was lucky enough that they were so adaptable for me to be able to implement that new way of my belief of football that is, and the results are there, and they're playing with confidence now. They got good mentality, and that adaptability gives us now, in certain moments of the game, a luxury to change style of football that we want to in certain moments of the game. So it's been fantastic, and yeah, I can't obviously say more than thankfully to players that they grasped everything that we brought forward.
And Johnny, I mean, you know, both senior programs are absolutely flying at the moment, both top of the table. And this is also probably the same question for you, Sinisa. Both teams in the cup finals on that weekend. How big is it for the club, for Heidelberg, to have not only the senior men but the senior women flying in the league, and now have the chance to take home some more silverware as well on that weekend? I
think in any business, if you see that on all fronts, you're doing pretty well, you'd be pretty happy with it, you know. And I'm sure the powers to be are quite happy with what's going on with the club and the teams, the senior teams especially. They're doing extremely well, and, you know, we feed off the women, and the women feed off us a lot. You know, we're always, you know, seeing what they're doing, how well they're doing the trainings and so on, and I think likewise they do with us. So it's a credit to all the coaches, the staff, the players, we're all pulling in one direction, and it's good to see we're all on the same page. We all want to play the good style of football, and with a good style of football you get you get your rewards. So I think, like I said, the club will be ecstatic at the moment, but we're very, you know, humble about it. We don't sort of sing in out from the balconies. We just sort of put our heads down. We just keep working and doing the right thing, and hopefully in the end we can lift those elusive trophies.
And for you, Sinisa, I mean, you mentioned also a record on the line potentially for South Melbourne's men's team as well.
But I mean, it's well documented, the rivalry between the two clubs, and it's no better day than obviously it's going to be Saturday and Sunday on the 9th and 10th of August. But at the same time, our women are playing for that historical first Nike FC Cup, and we're at the same time playing for that historical 10th Dockerty Cup, and we don't want it to be any different. As a club, as South Melbourne is, we're always going for those historic moments, and that's something that's the DNA of the club, and hopefully those 2 days are going to be good for us. But it's all going to come down to how we apply ourselves, and if we apply ourselves in the right manner, the results will come.
Well, guys, thank you very much, and good luck for the final.
All good.
Thank you.
Thank you.